Alleged gangster killed in confrontation with police in St. Andrew. An alleged gangster man who reported challenge police with a submachine gun was shot and killed in New Haven, St. Andrew on Saturday. He has been identified as Corey Thompson, 30, of Buckham Avenue in Kingston. According to the police, Thompson is a known member of the Ben Gang based in New Haven community. He was previously arrested and charged for illegal possession of a firearm and was released from prison in 2017, the police revealed in a statement on Sunday. Later in 2017, he was again arrested and charged for possession of an offensive weapon, but was subsequently released. The statement did not indicate whether he was convicted of any other charges in both cases or the reasons for his release. It is reported that a police team was on curfew in patrolling the area in New Haven when they saw a man walking with a gun in his hand. The police allege that the man pointed the weapon at cops and attempted to flee after they identified themselves. He was reportedly pursued to premises on Boulevard View, where a confrontation ensued and the man was fatally shot. The JCF continues its aggressive push to rid our community of illegal firearms before they are used against law-abiding citizens, the statement said, making reference to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Senior citizen killed in St. Mary crash. A senior citizen was killed in a motor vehicle crash on the Prospect Main Road in St. Mary on Saturday, marking the third fatal accident in the parish within a week. Dead is 74-year-old Ronald of Tower Isles, St. Mary. It's reported that around 1:30 p.m., Ronald was driving a white Toyota Corolla, which had apparently stopped on the soft shoulder of the right side of the road. As he attempted to move to the left, his vehicle was struck in the right side by a white Toyota Axio traveling in the opposite direction. Ronald sustained injuries and was rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A passenger in the Axio suffered minor leg injuries and was treated and released. The latest fatalities follows two other deaths, crashes in the parish earlier in the week. On Wednesday, a 25-year-old man died at the Anatomy Hospital after being involved in a crash along the Aquatabville Main Road. He was among 5 occupants in a Toyota Mark X traveling from Kingston. A police officer in the vehicle sustained serious injuries and remains hospitalized. On Monday, 30-year-old Scott of Hydestown, St. Anne, died after his white Toyota Axio crashed along the Renova Main Road near the Batter site. The police are investigating all 3 incidents and are urging motorists to exercise greater caution on the roads to prevent further tragedies. Wild ride. 2 underage children who were taken on an armed daylight robbery spree in Portland almost 5 years ago by their mother and her boyfriend were handed supervision orders on gun and robbery charges by the court following a trial, while their mother and his lover escaped punishment. The robberies, which took place on March 31, 2020, and also involved another man, ended with a loot of $45,000, phone cards, and several cellular phones. The siblings, a boy and a girl who were 13 and 12 respectively at the time, were forced to go through a trial for robbery, aggravation, and illegal possession of a firearm after their mother refused to consent to a plea deal that would have allowed the children to avoid prosecution. The children, who were allegedly used by their mother to participate in the robberies, were found guilty following a trial in the Portland Circuit Court before Chief Justice Brian Skies last Monday. They were each given a 3-year supervision order for each charge. The supervision order placed a responsibility on a probation officer to monitor the children and the people with whom the children live while it is in their force. Their co-accused, who was caught with the gun, was sentenced to 4 years and 6 months for each count to run concurrently. The mother and her boyfriend were found not guilty. Both children, who were previously deemed to be in need of care and protection, were at the home of their primary caregiver, their grandmother, when their mother took them under the guise of carrying them to go and buy fish. According to the facts presented before the court on the day in question, a 14-year-old complainant was helping her mother at a cook shop in Norwich, Portland, when she saw a car drive up with a group of people, including the 2 siblings, the driver, another man, and a woman. The complainant said the 2 children approached her in the shop, with the girl telling her that the lady in the car wanted to talk to her as she had a sprained foot. The complainant said she loudly asked the woman what she wanted, and she replied, "If you know no house or rent or no bar." The complainant told her no, and promised to ask her mother when she returned. The complainant said the 12-year-old gave her a note with the woman's name as Sharon, her number, and $30,000 indicated that she was willing to pay the amount for rent. At that point, the driver and the other man entered the shop, with the driver asking the complainant whether she sold rum. The other man then ordered the complainant to open a middle door to the counter and pointed a gun at her. The complainant became fearful and sat down. The man with the gun then spoke to both children, who went around the counter and took $45,000 in cash, phone cards, and other items before leaving. After the frightening ordeal, the complainant called her mother, who reported the matter to the police. The police, placed on alert to look out for the gray Nissan with the 5 people aboard, intercepted a car matching the description of the group in Buff Bay. The mother was found with the cash and several phones. Weeks later, on April 8, the mother and her 2 children were positively identified by the complainant at an identification parade. The 2 men were not identified. During the sentencing, the probation report painted a grim picture of the mother's upbringing. The report revealed that both children have been subjected to abuse and manipulation by their mother, who forced them to participate in criminal activities. The young girl also revealed in the probation report that both she and her brother were under a fit person order and had been placed with their grandmother, with whom they were living when their mother took them away, breaching the order. A fit person order requires that a child be cared for by someone deemed suitable by the court. The girl also shared that they had been intercepted while on their way to commit a third robbery. According to her, during the first stop at the clothing store, she was slapped in the face by her mother when she refused to assist her brother. As a result, she acted as a lookout while her brother went inside the store and stole phones and cash, with their mother distracting the owner with conversation. At the second stop, where they robbed the 14-year-old complainant, the young girl said her mother tried to distract the teen while her brother went in and took the money, which was then handed over to their mother. When they were intercepted at the third stop, she said her mother told the police that the children were innocent and tried to blame the men. She said her mother also told them to stick to the story. The children's grandmother, however, in the social inquiry report detailed the hurt she had been experiencing as a result of the mother's misconduct. She questioned how could a mother be so derelict in her obligations instead of inherent values that are empowering them to become responsible individuals. She has raised them to be criminals. The grandmother highlighted the struggle she had faced in trying to protect the children and their other siblings from their mother's victimization. She further disclosed that the court had given her guardianship after discovering that the children were being forced to beg and swindle. According to her, the mother's actions have damaged the children's future, raising them in an environment of criminality and neglect. She also claimed that the children's father, who had married their mother, was currently behind bars for taking the blame for his wife and is now struggling with mental issues. The children's older sister also shared in the report that she had encountered similar experiences with their mother, which led them to no longer having a relationship. Ken Park, from the Office of Children's Advocate, represented the children, while the gunman was represented by attorney at law Michael Deans. Assistant DPP Andrew Webley appeared for the Crown. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.